Hi everybody, if this is your first time here, my name is Patricia Holly. A couple of days ago on TikTok, I asked you guys to send me your questions, and this is our first Q&A. So Jay's gonna be reading the questions to me, and let's get started.
This is from Francis. Which country would you like to go to and why?
Ooh, I think Ireland. Ireland's really beautiful. The other thing I like about it is the general attitude of the population. They're kind of crass, which I like. I feel like I'd fit in well in Ireland, and then it's beautiful and they're nice people, but they also can take a punch.
Question 2 from Sandy. What is your favorite meal?
My favorite meal has always been and will always be chicken Alfredo.
Next question is from Kevin Robert Andrews. If you could have been raised by touring with a famous band, past or present, which band would that be?
Ooh, that's a hard question. I don't think I would have liked to have been raised on the road.
If you could have gained experience from a band, past or present, what band would that be?
The Beatles. The
Really?
Beatles. Yeah. And there's a reason. Because, I'm not a huge Beatles fan. But they're really wildly popular. And the cool thing about the Beatles is they have a lot of experience of being ignored. When they originally got started in, strip clubs and stuff like that. And so they were very used to being background music. And that's how they got good. So they have a really good grasp on both the side where you are playing to no one who's listening, and then you're playing to you get this wild success.
Next question's from Elizabeth. What is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear? I am not scared of anything. Next question.
Lies.
I can't think of a fear I have.
What about the deep?
The ocean?
The ocean.
Okay, yeah.
You have a major fear of the ocean.
I'm very scared of the ocean. That's fair.
Another one from Elizabeth. What are your favorite snacks, sweets, drinks?
There are too many to list. My very favorite candy bar is 100-gram bar. Because I'm an old lady.
Next question was kind of answered, but I'll still bring it up here. What microphone do you use? It's from Cavell. What microphone do you use? He wants to buy one for his videos, and he's curious.
It is a Blue Bluebird. Now, the new Blue Bluebird that came out 2 years ago, say that 5 times fast, is darker, so it's a different version of it. Mine is probably 7 years old, but that's what it's called, a Blue Bluebird, and I think it's around $280.
Good question from Bill Thompson. What do fans do that irritates you the most?
Bill's trying to get me in trouble. I have really good fans. I feel like everybody says that, but I do really feel like I have very kind and understanding, just very nice fans. Something that gets my goat is when I go live on TikTok and I start to talk and people get impatient because they want to hear songs and they're like, sing something. Sing something. I'm not a jukebox that can instantly set me off.
Next question from Blake. If you could live in any universe of any TV show, movie, book, etc., what would you choose and why?
Repeat that question. I wasn't listening. That's a good question. I feel like there are so many good answers, and all of them for me, I'm about to say something and then I'm like, oh wait, no, it would be awful to live in the Game of Thrones world. So I have to separate the shows that I like versus the universes I'd want to live in. This is hard.
Think of some of the things that you're a fan of, I'm
trying to, but
like Harry Potter. You're a big fan of Supernatural.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want to live in the supernatural universe. I was thinking Daredevil, but I don't want to live in Hell's Kitchen. That sounds like a shithole.
Well, especially in that version.
It's
not really.
I don't want to live in Gotham or anything like that. Even Harry Potter, because would I be a wizard or a witch? Or would I be a muggle? Because muggles don't even realize, that's just the regular world to muggles.
I think I could answer it for you. I think you would live in the city of Townsville.
The city of Townsville. Townsville, I would never do that. The city of Townsville gets destroyed by monsters every single day.
But you'd have a better chance of being a Powerpuff Girl, but...
No, you wouldn't. There are only 3 Powerpuff Girls. Forever. Forever. Hold on, I need to figure out this question. This is a hard one. Blake, how could you?
It's post-apocalyptic, but you're a Fallout fan. Question from bestest daddy to ever. What routines do you follow to keep your voice in the best shape?
Thank you. So something I don't follow, but wildly helps me every single time I do it is just as simple as staying hydrated. I'm always so shocked at how different and how much easier it is to hit those high notes and the low notes when I am properly hydrated, which is about 2% of the time. Just standard vocal warm-ups. There's also arpeggios really help so that you can do runs with ease, because I know a lot of people have trouble with runs. So just standard vocal warm-ups and making sure that you're hydrated.
This next question is similar to the one we've had, but I'm still going to ask it just because I want to give this person a shout out. Okay. Mac, one place around the world you'd love to live.
Ooh, that I would love to live. I would love to live in Oregon. I've actually never been to Oregon, but I think that from pictures I've seen and just the environment in general, Oregon is beautiful. I don't think I would ever move outside of the U.S.
Next question from Diane. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In this economy, right here. I mean, creatively, what I would hope for in 5 years, what I would love help manifesting, is that I am signed to some sort of record label and I can quit my 9-to-5 job and have music be my full-time career.
Next question from Wayne. What is your favorite band?
My favorite band, just because it's the first band I ever saw live, is Panic at the Disco, which is really sad. They broke up, but they are definitely my favorite band.
Fabulous Mewtwo. There's one everyone assumes I'm going to ask, so I'll go with, who is your second favorite singer?
Oh, I answered this on a live a couple of days ago. So my second favorite singer is Sarah Bareilles. She is a trained jazz singer, which is really cool. And I really admire not only her songwriting, it's really deep and articulate, but it also, she has some really cool runs herself because they're very jazzy. So I appreciate her ability to sing so effortlessly as well.
Applesauce84963 asks, what does the color blue taste like?
The opposite of the color yellow.
A question from Tracy Webster. Do you sing professionally?
I mean, yeah. Like, do I get paid for my singing? Yes, I do. Yes. I want to answer that more confidently. Ask me again.
Do you sing professionally?
I sure do. I'm a professional singer.
Awesome. Kyle McClellan. Where are you in the order of siblings, and do you fit the stereotypes? That's a good question.
That is a really good question.
You're going to open up a whole can of worms with that question.
I am the youngest of 4 girls. And do I fit the stereotype? Yes and no. So I feel like the bombastic, kind of like go for it attitude, yes, I definitely fit that. The babying from my parents did not come to me. I'm more of a middle child in that way. My second youngest sister, so like the sister right above me, she's the baby of the family, if that makes sense.
Question from Mine Chris. Hey, Mine Chris follows me too. Hi, Mine Chris. How would you describe your personality?
This one's gonna get me in trouble. I am definitely a type A. I get like frustrated really easily when things don't go my way. Same with the youngest child thing. And I like things to happen quickly. And if they don't happen quickly and they're not being efficient or moving along as quickly as I think they should, I get frustrated really easily. But also, just like surface level stuff, I'm really quirky, kind of awkward. And cute as a button.
Teresa says, tell us about your family.
No. I'm the youngest of 4 daughters. We've lived in Iowa my whole life, and my family, when I was very young, I think I was 2, opened up a daycare center, and so most of us were in the business of the daycare center for several years. My parents owned them for 25 years. They ended up opening a second one. Then they just sold it in 2019, right before the pandemic. So very lucky that they got out of it. Oh, and when I say most of us worked there my whole life, I was determined to not work in the daycare center. So I was the only one that really didn't.
Jason asks, what advice would you give to a younger Patricia Holly?
I don't know. She wouldn't listen. What?
That's very true.
I'd be wasting my breath. I'd be like, shut your mouth and leave me alone. You old lady.
I've given you advice and you've said that to me.
You old hag. I would say if you're gonna go for it now and give it 100%. There can't be any of this, I'm going to do that, but for right now, I'm going to focus on this. Just like, go for it. Go for what you want. Don't have any sort of worries about what people are going to think or that they're going to judge you for it. It's like really big to stop yourself from doing things because you're afraid to be judged for them. And I lost a lot of years for it. So I think that would be my advice.
Well, that's all the questions we have, but I have a question for you.
Oh.
So I'm gonna ask one before we get done. What is the best way to eat a watermelon?
Best way to eat a watermelon is to cut it and eat it.
No salt.
No.
No sugar.
Jay.
Don't mix it with alcohol.
No. Just eat the
Mustard.
watermelon. Cold. Chilled. That's the best way to eat a watermelon. Don't put mustard on it. Don't put salt on it. Just leave it alone. It's already perfect.
You had more passion in answering that question than any of the deep questions people asked you.
Thank you guys for the first Q&A. If you want to do more of these, leave me a comment below and let me know. And great questions. Okay, I know what universe I would live in. I would live in the kingdom of Corona. That always looked really fun.
From Tangled?
From Tangled. Like, they get that cool light ceremony, and the village just seems so happy and peaceful. I mean, despite that one issue with Mother Gothel. But, like, how fun would it be to live in, like, a village like that? That's my answer.